it's your girl, Tamika Monique. As promised, I stated I would bring you a video blog every day on my writer's journey. For those of you who don't know me, again, my name is Tamika Monique. I'm originally from Queens, New York. I grew up out in Southside Jamaica, Queens. My teenage years, I was out in Lefrak City, Iraq, as a lot of you might know of it. I moved to Rosedale, Queens, and from there, Brentwood, New York. So to everyone out in Far Rockaway who thinks Tamika Monique is from Brentwood, Long Island, no, I'm not. I'm actually from Southside Jamaica, Queens. Today on my writer's journey, I actually got some edits back, and there was a bunch of red marks. Was I livid? Hell yeah. I was like, really? Like, what are you doing? Shout out to Coach V, by the way. I mean, she didn't have to do it, and that's really not her thing, but she didn't understand my jargon. And really, it's not my jargon. It's the dudes out in Far Rockaway. They have this thing that they go, Gia. I can't really do it, but shout out to Far Rockaway. You guys know what it is. So she just had a hard time with the jargon, We were going back and forth, and she got it, so it's all good. I want to actually give a big thank you to all my supporters, and I really appreciate, your support and being patient. I want you to hear it firsthand from me. Writing is not an easy task, for me anyway. I understand it's my first book, but just being who I am, a perfectionist, no, I'm not perfect. I just felt that I wanted to give you something of quality. I personally do not like to read books that are rushed. There are some writers that actually have the gift that they can just write something and be done in 2-3 months. Kudos to those, but for me, it was not easy. Maybe in the near future, it will be, easy. Who knows? But at that point in time, it really wasn't for me, So, I just want to say thank you to all of you who actually were really supportive of Dysfunctional Diva. Your support is wow. You know what I mean? It was like winning the lottery, actually. So yeah, what else can I put you guys on that I've done today? Working on something new. Bitch, get your act together. And when I say act, I literally mean act. A lot of people are characters, and they really don't realize they're acting. You know what I mean? I don't really want to do a fiction book as my second book. More of a motivational book, so to say. You're going to laugh. You're going to cry. And some of you are going to get mad. Do I care? No. That's me, This is things that I've been through and things that I've seen and experienced. So I like to share. Someone asked me today, how did I get started writing? Basically, I've always was into writing. Music, writing, and fashion is so Tamika Monique. When I was younger, I didn't know how to express myself talking, which really, people that know you like, really you? Because I've always been a talker, but I just found it easier to put my words down on paper. And I was more or less an angry writer. I still am. My best work comes when I'm upset. But I moved down here from New York, or rather moved to Delaware, and got there for a year, and they decided they wanted to send the work to India. So my manager at the time, shout out to Rosemary, she was like, kid, instead of you going back to New York, why don't you go to Chocolate City? I had no clue what Chocolate City was, and it's D.C. So I moved down here to D.C., and I was living over in the area called Oxon Hills. And I was riding the Green Line, and everybody on the train was reading this book called Shitless. So, it wasn't even spelled like shit. It was, the way it was spelled, it was just like, what the hell is that? Everybody's going in talking. So I'm just like, wow. At that time, I wasn't reading, And I was like, you know what? Let me, I don't know anybody down here. Let me just go ahead and, find out what it is. My god sister Tammy took me down to the store, Cartel Cafe, and I got this book. When I say the book is the ish. She had some other authors, and actually the author's name is T. Styles. So shout out to T Style. She doesn't even know this, and I can't put it in my noggin, so why not blog about it? But anywho, I read one of her other authors at the label, Katie Harris' book, and her book was called Poison. Now, I don't know for you if you've ever read a book and you actually know the places that the author's talking about and the characters. And she had this one character, his name was B.I. Now, I have a god brother, and B.I. is his name. He lives in Delaware, so it's like, okay, so we actually connected. I went to one of her signings and I met her, and I wound up becoming her assistant. And at that time, she was starting her own publication. She had just finished with Cartel, and I became her personal assistant and also her posh team captain. And so me being who I am, a hustler, I was just moving them things for her, and one thing led to another, and one day I got upset and wrote a couple of things down, and I asked her to read it, because I wanted to submit to this other publication that I was thinking of submitting to at the time. And she was just like, you really can write, why don't you just go ahead and do your thing? One thing led to another, and I got signed to the label that we're on, which is La Femme Fatale Publishing. So I mean, it came fast. I didn't think that it would be that fast, and I'm not gonna lie, I got scared, But am I happy? Yeah. Can I wait? Rather, I can't wait for you guys to read it. So just bear with me. It's coming. I just wanted to have my coach, who actually helped me out at the time when I was being my worst critic, get it together so we can go ahead and turn it in and get that out on the streets for you. Any aspiring authors, the only advice that I can give you is get this. This is the Lit BIBLE. You can't go wrong. T Styles, she, again, and I don't want to keep shouting or whatever, but she really helped me a lot. We met a couple times at the Harlem Book Fair, but thank you for writing that book, Shitless, you know what I mean? And just your blogs and all of that, and for writing this, because it helped me a lot. Shout out to Tiffany Montgomery. I mean, I can't even say anymore. The emails, it helps a lot, you know what I mean? And the only other thing that I would like to say to aspiring authors is believe in yourself, you know what I mean? Keep yourself around positive and be you. Don't try to be anybody else but you. So that's it. I've been talking to you for 7 minutes now, so I'm getting ready to get in the zone, and I have some other things that I have to work on, because all contracts, you're not, just down to that one book. Well, for me anyway. So, again, I'll be coming to you every day, letting you know what's going on with Tamika Monique. If you want to hit me up, you can hit me up on Facebook. I have a like page. It's I am Tamika Monique. My Twitter is Seymour Kitty, CMORKITTE, or at Tamika Monique. You can also email me, tamikamonique@yahoo.com, and I do have a webpage. It's actually coming soon. We're in the works on doing that. It's IamTamikaMonique.net. All right, gotta go. Peace.